Mehryn, it's Friday, and you know what that means. It is Friday. Welcome to the fastest 10 minutes of Microsoft Teams rooms all week. We have a challenge, Mehryn. We have to keep this to 10 minutes.
It's going to be the fastest.
Go ahead, and why don't we jump right in?
All right. So first on my list was Jared Spataro's blog. It was basically the intro to Ignite. Anything modern work related. He was obviously one of the keynote speakers. If you want to know all the latest and greatest that happened this week, I'd start with this blog.
Unbelievable announcements. Jared was one of them, announcing our great new partners of Cisco. Really, really excited, Mehryn. I think this sort of shows that opportunity of 1 in 10 meeting rooms is video enabled, which means that all of us have a tremendous opportunity and a tremendous job in front of us to get the other 9 meeting rooms video enabled, correct?
Correct. And this is groundbreaking. I mean, this really, I feel like the earth shook this week when this news came out. It's very exciting to see Cisco a part of our portfolio. I think the expectation is early 2023. We'll start to see 6 certified devices on the line card, Android based, and just really excited. You see some of them up there in the picture, but stay tuned for more, right?
Very excited. Another partner to help us drive the messaging and help drive this revolution that we're in. And speaking of revolution, Mehryn, also announced at Ignite, Yealink has a new center of table 360-degree camera.
Super exciting. And I love that video there that you dropped in. This is a very innovative device. And I think we could honestly talk about this one for 30 minutes. And we've seen, this is the first amongst probably several coming to market. And just, I think we're looking at it as another accessory, a multi-camera environment. And as you can see there, a great way to, with I think our next slide, jump into intelligent camera category.
Yeah, and this really sort of highlights, even Logitech had a great announcement around the center of table device last week. And again, it's in the idea of making meetings equitable, not only for those that are in person, but for those that are remote as well. And IntelliFrame was another one that came out this week at Ignite as well.
Yeah, and this is all that video, the in-person equity. If you're sitting at a table, getting your own box within Teams rooms, and it gives you the option right there within Teams rooms to enable that setting, which is great. Or if you wanted to turn it off, which is awesome.
And again, this is even coming to those devices that don't have the intelligence. We're going to be able to take that platform and really deliver that experience. Another great announcement at Ignite. So we've got another one as well from our friends at Logi that actually just released this Brio 500 and 505 camera. It was shown in a video that it actually has the ability to actually fold down and be almost like a document camera, right?
It's awesome. And this is, we were talking about this morning, amazing that existing devices on our portfolio now have new capabilities, which is awesome. So this is a Logitech Brio 500, right? And 505 camera and just content camera, because I think a lot of times there are things that we're taking notes. We want to share it, just another way to annotate if you don't have a whiteboard environment. So I think there's a lot more coming on this too. So exciting.
Amazing to see our OEMs and the capabilities that they have to bring it into Teams, and amazing to see some of these videos at Ignite that really showcase how these capabilities come in. Another capability that was showcased during the same session as Logitech was hot desking, where you can actually walk up and you can log into a device.
Right. And so we'll have, I think on the next slide, we talk about shared devices, but this, it's specifically, I think in Sandia in the Alias session. So if you attended Ignite, you can go, it was a virtual session that you can just grab in the backpack. But Sandia went through this particular category where they featured the Neat Frame and the Yealink Desk Vision A24. But again, I think this is another category that's really blowing up, significant opportunity. And we have a new license that will be coming your way as part of this category.
Yeah, and I think it really showcased the idea that you know all this year we've been talking about that hybrid work is work, and showing how people go back to the office and how they're going to be engaging with these devices, and how Microsoft and the platform are actually enabling it so that it's risk-free with walking up and actually logging in, getting access to your own calendar, getting access to all of your information, and being able to protect your identity at the same time. And speaking of that, Mehryn, there was a shared device license that was announced. The common area phone device, the common area phone license will be switching its name come December. And I think it was really buried in like a phone thing, but it really speaks to our category and our partners. So we want to highlight that this is the ability to actually put a panel outside of a room at what I called a bargain basement price, Mehryn. A bargain basement price.
I love your turn there. And that is coming December of this year. And I believe I was going to put a price on it, but I don't think we're locked down yet. So more to come on that.
Yeah, I think you're going to see the pricing and everything else. But this gives you the ability, without a room system inside of the room, to, again, put that panel outside of the room, giving your users the ability to still schedule in the room, get all the analytics. And we're going to talk about places a lot this year as well, because that was announced as well. So these kind of things of hot desking and panels and all of the technology that surrounds Teams, we talk about it all the time. It's all about Teams and the ecosystem. And you can't talk about Teams rooms without talking about Teams. And one of the big things that I posted this week, I don't know how this post that I did took off, but it was one of the highest posts that I've had in my life on LinkedIn, was our partnership with Meta.
Yeah, this was super exciting. And I've actually seen previews of people with avatars and meetings, and it got a lot of buzz. I mean, your post was awesome because I think there was a lively commentary below of things that people think about metaverse, but it's definitely exciting to me. And we have a couple other pictures through this deck showing you not only with avatars, but just within virtual rooms that you can join. So exciting to see that finally launched. I know we've been talking about it for a while, but super exciting.
Yeah, and the avatars, people say, oh, I don't understand how avatars are going to come in. Once you experience it, you actually see some of this, and you actually see how it's working for us. Also, another blog post that came up this week, what's new in Teams? And in this was the signature Microsoft Teams room as well, Mehryn.
Right. So signature is basically when you look at that picture on the bottom right, signature is sort of that new and improved meeting experience where we've got the furniture that's a curved table. We've got the intelligent camera. We've got a 21 by 9-inch screen. We've got intelligent audio. And that's really just encapsulating the whole experience. And it also includes Surface Hub. So when you look on our webpage, we've got an ability to show you what all the Microsoft archetypes are within this signature series of rooms, which is super exciting.
And this blog post also has a blurb about Microsoft Places, which I said is going to be something we're going to talk about this year, and we're going to go through, but a lot of new devices there as well. And when we talk about the signature Teams rooms, we've actually got a new section on Microsoft Learn. It's not Docs anymore, Mehryn. I have no idea why, but now it's Microsoft Learn. So we've got a new section in there about designing and building meeting spaces, not only the signature Teams room, but also the traditional spaces as well, helping our partners understand and sort of convey what the meaning of these Teams rooms are.
Yeah, and I think that this is super important because, as you've seen, our portfolio has grown dramatically, and it can be a maze to work through from an end customer environment. I think we really wanted to assist with that envisioning of what am I going to do with my space. So this walks you through steps 1 through 6 on how to envision what that space would look like for you, which is nice.
And again, as people go back to the office, we've got to make sure that they have the technology inside of the office to help them with everything they need to do. And another post that we had this week on learn.microsoft.com was the Android security side. We released a whole article about Android security. We already had the one for Windows, but now we've also done it for Android. I actually had a session at Ignite that I spoke with our great partners at Neat about Android security with their CSO about everything that Microsoft has and how Android really fits the portfolio. And Mehryn, you and I have both seen the most successful organizations that have rollouts have mixed environments of Windows and Android devices.
And it's amazing to me all the progress seen on Android in the last year, but specifically this week. I mean, so many wonderful announcements within the Android category, both from a firmware point of view, but also from a hardware point of view. So I saw some commentary. Cisco is definitely going to be starting out in the Android category as well. And I think we've got some future slides that show some newly certified devices in the Android category.
And if you want to know how we keep it to 10 minutes, we just go get the Book of News. The Book of News, it's a 300-page document of everything that was at Ignite. It's an unbelievable resource about the entire ecosystem of Microsoft. But you can see in section 6, under Microsoft 365, are all the Teams announcements. Right. Don't just look at Teams and just Microsoft 365. Familiarize yourself with everything because it really is a full ecosystem that we go through. And as a full ecosystem, our friends at Poly have now...
Did I lose you, Jimmy?
I think we lost Jimmy. He's coming in off the bench. Belief picture. Our friends at Poly. Everything's.
We're going to make sure that we get all of those certifications up online. Also, our friends at Neat, Mehryn, the entire portfolio is now certified.
Awesome. This is what I was teasing to earlier. Neat entire portfolio. Poly had their G7500 that was certified. You blocked out for a second, Jimmy. You got stuck.
I think we all did. I'm not sure.
Okay, all good.
All good. We'll go back and get everything on there. To our friends in Canada, you've got an opportunity to actually go up with Lenovo, Jupiter, and Jabra, partners coming together and having an event at the Microsoft Experience Center up there, November 15th. Make sure that you sign up. If you can look for the link, we'll put it in Microsoft Teams rooms, selling Microsoft Teams rooms as well. And Mehryn, events. You and I are teaching at this Microsoft Sales Boot Camp.
This is a do not want to miss. We currently have 1,700 people currently registered. Last push, I think in the next week to get people registered for that. But again, exciting. I think we've got a host of 10 different presenters. So it's going to be a really exciting session across 2 hours long. And there's 2 different times options. There's the 26th and then November 2nd. So make sure you sign up and socialize that link.
There's an aka.ms link. Make sure that your entire organization is coming. There is new information that we're actually presenting. You will get the energy that you get from here for a few hours, I think, which, we're going to have some coffee today, Mehryn. But make sure that everybody in your organization is there. Also, new update to Surface Hubs this week. They got direct guest join, Mehryn.
Super exciting. So I think we'll spend more time on this one as well. It's with Zoom and WebEx, and there were also some new accessories announced around the Surface Hub category. So more to come. And I wanted to tease too. There's a lot today. Somebody challenged us to get to 10 minutes. I think we're a little bit over. I think you and Michael Tressler will be basically doing your Teams Friday special session today, long version of what you just experienced here, right? Right
after this, we have Teams Friday. We're going to actually go live on LinkedIn. We're going to have a long form session talk about Ignite with Tom Arbuthnot, Microsoft MVP. We're going to bring a couple people in. We're going to have just a roundtable discussion. So I hope everybody's going to join us. But with that, Mehryn, we'll say have a good weekend. We did make 12 minutes. To those of you that were challenging us, that's not bad for an Ignite week. Remember, Ignite is the Super Bowl of Microsoft. We're all very excited. We're all very proud of our partners for the year that they've had for helping us to evangelize this message. This next year, you can see from Ignite, Mehryn, we've got a lot to do, and we've got a lot to get out there.
Yeah, exciting. Thank you for joining, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.